Hey guys, welcome back. I am in the workshop today and I am actually feeling really energized about this Telecaster build. I've been working diligently all week doing tons of troubleshooting, and I think I'm going to be able to fix all 4 problems that I had with it the first time around. So if you guys watch that video, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm about ready to throw this guitar out the freaking window. If not, check out that video up in the corner over there. Maybe up over there, I don't remember. But some of these fixes are gonna be the right way, some will be the wrong way, and some are gonna be the Dan Thompson way.
Isn't that the wrong way?
Yeah, but faster.
Now, if you guys wanna see if I can fix all 4 of these issues, go ahead and stick around. I'm Dan, this is Guns and Guitars, let's get started. So why am I so energized about this build all of a sudden? Well, because last week I ordered a brand new powerbridge and a brand new power chip that's upside down. And I am energized because what I realized is that I didn't need to order these, so I can send them back and get my $320 back. So I was actually just troubleshooting incorrectly how a piezo works. So after being on 3 different phone calls with tech support with Fishman, trying to figure out why my new equipment has the exact same issue as my old equipment, I came to realize that the used gear that I had purchased originally actually worked just fine. So the issue with the piezo and the preamp is that the power chip isn't really designed to work in high gain settings. So you start to hear the 9-volt current coming through, which was the ground hum that I thought that I was hearing. So when this thing was plugged in on a clean channel, it worked just fine and it sounded beautifully. But when I kicked it over to a high gain channel, even with the piezo off, just because it had the onboard preamp, it was actually causing that nasty buzz, and it would actually get worse when I touched the strings for whatever reason. That was the conclusion that we came to with tech support from Fishman, and those guys over there are awesome. They were extremely patient with me, and they did a great job helping me understand and troubleshoot piezos and preamps much better. So I'm super grateful for them. But what I realized is that the preamp is just not gonna work, but I can actually run the piezo passive. So I'm energized because you guys know that I do really love wiring. And so now I get to design a passive circuit that I think is going to work almost as well as the power chip. In theory, it should give us the option to still blend the pickups and still split the outputs. So the plan is I'm gonna wire up my pickups on a selector switch and give them their own master volume. Then I'm going to wire up the piezo on its own separate master volume, and I'm gonna wire them like a jazz bass so that the volumes don't affect each other the way that they would if I was wiring it more like a Gibson. I should be able to turn one all the way up and one all the way off without affecting the overall signal. And I'm gonna add a push-pull pot where I can split the signal to tip and ring so that I have my magnetic pickups on tip and my piezo on ring, and we can still do a stereo setup. So I'm very excited about that. If you wanna see my wiring diagram, of course, it's always available on Patreon to my patrons. Feel free to check that out. Another thing is I was going to ditch the 4-way selector switch because I just couldn't figure out a way to isolate the neck pickup from the metal pickguard. And lots of people just said, just ditch the metal pickguard, go with a wood or plastic pickguard. And I just didn't want to do that. And so a lot of people also said, if I just insulate the pickup cover, I'll be fine. And that's not true either, because the pickup hangs from the pickguard with screws and springs, which would still be grounding it to the pickguard screws. And so I was actually thinking to myself, you know, I install bass pickups into the wood body with a pickguard all the time rather than hanging it from the pickguard, so why can't I do that with guitar pickups? I actually just went ahead and mounted the pickup to the body, and I did insulate it all the way around. We should be able to use this 4-way selector switch again. Plan A is the new plan A when it comes to the 4-way Telecaster mod, and for the piezo, we're gonna go with plan Z, I think is what we're on now. I've tried so many different ways of wiring that thing with the same results. This is gonna be an A to Z build, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm not even sure why I said that. I'm not even sure what an A to Z build is, but we're gonna do this thing. And I am energized, and I've only had 2 cups of coffee this morning. So let's get going. All right guys, I got it all wired up. My initial checks with my portable amp and tapping stuff with a screwdriver say that everything's working the way it should, which is awesome. That gets me super pumped. So let's go ahead and string it up, hopefully for the last time, and give it a real test. All right guys, I'm pretty excited because this thing does in fact work. It doesn't quite work exactly the way I intended it, but 90% of it works exactly the way I thought. And I'm referring to the piezo. So we can bring the piezo in right here. And then we can blend in some magnetic pickups. So piezo only. Magnetics. And then if I want magnetics only. If I punch it in, then that actually splits it. You can see that only the magnetics come in right here, but if I were to switch my cable, you can see this is a stereo cable, so I've got my tip right here and my ring right here, red is ring, so we'll go ahead and plug that in. So you can see we have only the piezo. So you actually split the magnetic pickups from the piezo pickups. You can use that cable to go into two different inputs, so you can run stereo, piezo on one side and magnetics on the other side. So that all works perfect. So the only thing that doesn't work perfect, and I gotta be honest, it still works just fine, just not exactly how I intended. So we got our bridge pickup. Both pickups together. And then, I didn't tell you guys I was going to do this, but I got both pickups out of phase also. In phase, out of phase. And then neck pickup only. Excellent choice on the neck pickup, Michael. That thing sounds killer. And then we're supposed to have them both in series. As you can see, it still doesn't really come through. Even though I lifted the cover, it just doesn't work. And I think it's just these pickups. I think this four-way switch mod is just not going to work. But it does work, just not exactly how I intended. Watch this. So if you're touching the strings, which are grounded, and then you touch the pickup cover, that ungrounds the neck pickup. So it kind of makes like a reverse kill switch, basically. So it's like a ghetto reverse kill switch, right? So you strum a chord, and then when you tap the pickup, the sound comes through, which is kind of cool. And I think that's probably better than taking out the four-way switch and putting the three-way switch back in. So I'm gonna leave the four-way switch on there, and in that neck position, Michael, you'll have a reverse kill switch, which I think is pretty freaking cool. It's not exactly what I set out to do, but I'm very happy with the results, and Michael, I think you're gonna be very happy with it too. I'm very proud of this thing. I think it's pretty dang cool, and I think it's definitely the best I can do given what I had. Now I'm gonna be giving a much better sound demo in my full Dream Build tutorial, which I will have uploaded next week. So stay tuned, and I will see you next week.